my dears, welcome to Baba's house, yes? It's so good to see you. Technology is such a thing, isn't it? If at any point you can't hear me, oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, you see, technology, I can't handle it. I'm old woman. It's learning curve. So, if at any point you can't hear me, then just use the little chatty Facebook whatever, and then I will fix it for you, okay? Welcome to my humble abode. You see, I got all the creature comforts here. Isn't that right, Petyr? No, maybe you have not met me or my chicken hut, Petyr, before. So, let me introduce myself, huh? My name is Baba Yaga, and this is my chicken hut, Petyr. He's a very good boy. He and I have been around for a very long time, yeah? So, with this little chatty function thing, you can talk to me at any point, tell me how you're doing, ask me questions, all that good stuff, yes. So very glad to see so many friends getting on, yes. Hi Lori, hi Linda, Emerald's here, and Gina, yes. Andrea, Lisa, hello Lisa. I remember you from Performance Park. I hope you made it all the way through and got to help release the Empress, yes. Those were good times, but I'm sorry, yes, hi. Look at Chris is here, yeah. I should also tell you that I live in the future. You're about 10 to 15 seconds behind me, so if you ask something, it might be a little bit before I respond, yeah? So, how's everybody holding up in all of this COVID-19 kerfuffle, huh? Oh, yeah. It's been quite the journey, Even I, who like Petyr so very much, I used to getting out of the house, hop in my mortar and pestle and take a little spin around the block, catch a few plump little kiddies and eat them up, afternoon snack. But no, you don't know what you're getting nowadays, huh? Could be all germy. Oh, yes. Hello, Heather. Hello, Forest. I love that name, Forest. It's one of my favorite things. Hi, Eva. Yes, hello. Oh, my goodness, so many good friends joining. I'm not even tempted to eat any single one of you at all. I mean, for now. I am getting kind of hungry. Like I say, it's been a long time. I've been in quarantine for like 6 weeks or something, huh? How about you? Hello, Bonnie. How you doing? Yes. So, I was getting hungry and I haven't been out that much. So, I decided to go to the HEB. Well, I pulled up and there was a long line of people outside waiting to get in. And I was there at 7 in the morning, so early. So I decided to use my noggin a bit, yeah? I went on over to the Randalls thinking, yes, it would be much better. And it was not so crowded, yeah? Got my little cart, moving right along. And then there was this woman, yeah. Let's say her name was Karen, huh? She one of those loud cell phone talkers wearing gloves, and yet she put in her cell phone right up to her face. Oh, Lordy. Yes, so she got her germy hands and her germy cell phone right up to her face, talking really loudly, probably about the groceries that she's supposed to bring home. She put in all this stuff in her basket. She like this far away from me. Those aisles, they're not very wide, and they're supposed to be like one way, huh? She just ignored it. She like zooming around, eh? Oh boy! Well, I got my 5 things that I really want. I go to stand in line, and then this Karen, she jump in line right in front of me in that space, meant to be like 6 feet apart. Oh, well, I tell you, and I was in express line, huh? She had like 32 items to my 5. Oh, so I say, excuse me, ma'am. I think there is a line here. And she looked at me, and then she went back on to talking on her cell phone. No, no, no. You don't do that to the Baba. So, let me introduce you to my newest familiar. Karen the Beetle. Look at her, isn't she cute? Oh, yes, you see, she rolling her shit around as a beetle, just like she pushing her shit around like she do in life. It's very existential crisis, huh? Oh, she like the Sisyphus of poop, always rolling it up a hill, and the hill is also made of poop. Yeah, that's her out in my yard, I got lots of dogs, so she got lots of things to do. Oh, look how she fall into a little crack there. Oh, poor little Karen. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, goodness gracious me. I've got lots of familiars. I'm polyfamiliaris. In case you don't know what that means, it means I got lots of familiars. And I do love them in their own little ways. You see, they were such stinkers in life. I've given them a second chance to be kind of a better being, huh? To get a little work in there. If you don't know me very well, I like a little bit of work. A little bit of good, clean labor is good for you. This is good time to have like the good meditative task going, huh? Maybe some of you visited me before, untangling the necklaces. Or better yet, oh yes, sorting the beans. Yes, I always got beans around to sort. It's very good. You should always have beans on hand anyway, It's a crisis, eh? Dried beans keep forever. You can cook them in all sorts of ways. Oh, it's a heavy bottle. But you know what the best thing is actually to let other people do a little bit of the work. So when people are stinkers to me, I turn them into familiars. And then they go about and they do their stuff, huh? But how about you, my dear friends? What is your favorite thing to do right now in these times, huh? You've been going out to the grocery store maybe once a month or so, huh? Taking a walk, yes. Wearing the face mask, huh? Oh, hello, Tony. I see you joined. Oh, yes. It is a very good time. I've been trying to clean up around Petyr a little bit, Things are getting dusty in the corners. Not as many people stopping by my hut, huh? And that means not as many people to do the task like dust the corners and sort the beans. Got to sort my own beans now. Oh, Miela says she likes to draw. That's good, yes? Hand-eye coordination, exercise the brain. Oh, let's see. Oh, guess in quarantine, are beans a responsible response? Well, you know what? I was just discussing this the other day. Do you know that farts can transmit a virus? It's aerosolization. Yes. There are people watching. Oh no! So, if you got to like fart, you should do it in another room, or at least wear pants or the masks of the butt, huh? So I guess masks or the pants of the face. Yes, that's right. masks are the pants of the face. So don't be coughing in nobody's face, and don't be farting in nobody's face either. Eat beans responsibly. Yes. So, my goodness. You know, I got another familiar too. You might hear her at some point in this broadcast, huh? Her name is Molly, and she's a very loud gray tabby. Oh boy, she can talk, that girl. Yeah, you know where I got her? I got her on 6th Street, oh Molly, yes. She was stumbling around, and she kept catcalling me, and I was like, hey girlfriend, you don't want to be catcalling me. I just waiting on the bus, you know. Petyr, he had a doctor's appointment that day and couldn't take me where I wanted to go, so, you know, I used the public transit. Baba don't drive. Well, she kept catcalling me, and I said, oh, you like to yell so much? How about you live life as a cat, eh? Well, maybe that was my mistake, because she seems to like it pretty much. Cats have it made, you know. They got the face for judgment. They can judge you in every single way. You got a lot to learn from a cat. If you've ever had one, you know what I mean. Oh, hello, Candace, and hello, Mark. It's so good to see you out there. Yeah, so what else might you be doing during this time, eh? Or better yet, what are your plans for after you can get out, huh? You got any grand schemes? You gonna go hug all over everybody when it's safe to do so? You gonna have like cocktail parties and stand all around? You know, I am quite the recluse myself. This has not been much different for me. I like home, huh? Home is where the heart is, I think. Yes, yes, yes. I got all of the creature comforts here. Got all my little magical items, huh? My little hippopotamus figurine. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. I even have brought out my favorite cup, huh? Maybe it's time to pour a little cup of tea from my samovar. You know, people ask me, what is samovar anyway, oh? I don't have one of those fancy dual ones. I got a very simple one. You just brew your tea really hot, huh? Put your very, very hot and your very, very strong black tea in one with warmer. And then you have a pot of very hot plain water, huh? And you water it down just a little bit. Oh, that's warm. Yes, it is. There we go. Very good. And then you got a cup of tea, huh? You know what I like with my tea? I like a little bit of honey with my tea. Yes. Local! Buy local when possible, especially with honey, eh? Any of you suffering the seasonal allergies? It's good for that, yes, it is good for that. Oh, you know this call for the big spoon. I don't judge people. Oh, they like to put a lot of honey in their tea. Yes, it's your tea. You put as much honey as you want, honey. Oh, hello, Sarah. So good to see you. So many bright and shiny faces on the Facebook tonight. Who would have thought such a thing? I'm new to the Facebook. What else is there to do on this contraption, huh? Except to talk to people. Huh? Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Yes, indeedy. Oh, you know, my next door neighbor, he's a good man. I think he's a drug dealer, you know, that's okay. He's fine. Except, he's been having so many people over lately, eh? He very loud. 4 in the morning. Lots of people coming over. I'm like, what happened to social distancing, eh? You crazy, crazy man. Oh, gonna drink my tea. Oh, yeah. Had to lift up my face a little bit. Hey, what can I say? I'm old and saggy of the jowl, huh? Anyway, yeah, my next door neighbor, he nice guy, but he might be next on my list to make example of, huh? Wonder what kind of familiar I should make him into, eh? Taking suggestions in the comments. He's loud, he's tall, kinda lanky. Bong versus Spliffer, does Baba not bake? Well, Baba bakes occasionally. Yes, in fact, what about edibles, Mr. Dorsey? Where do you fall on that spectrum, huh? Oh, yes. Baba don't judge. Baba does judge being a loud asshole, though, so just you watch out for that. Otherwise, live and let live. Hey, it's a jungle out there. Yes. Oh, giraffe. That good idea, Mark, yes. Because a giraffe's loud, I don't know. But I've always wanted to make something with a blue tongue that fit right in. But where do I keep it? Oh, you know what? It's fine. I keep it in the yard. Petyr's very tall. You know, he got those chicken legs. So, the giraffe, his head could be right at window height. And when I want something from the outside, I'd be like, hey, giraffe, give me the thing that's from the outside. And he could just like move his little long head and then just pop it right through the window. It worked out well for everybody. I'm glad you suggest that. Yes, very good, very good. Oh, my goodness. Oh, being a Baba is a thirsty business, huh? Especially when none of you are here in the same room with me. But, you know, like I said, you're lucky not to be, because it's quarantine time and I'm getting kind of hungry. I could probably smell if any of you were up to no good. And then, you know, it'd be all over. You'd just be like a memory of a snack, huh? Oh, yes. Good times had by all. So, I did put a lot of honey in my tea, eh? Do you ever wonder how the first bees came to be? Where did they come from? And no, I'm not talking about this evolution business. I'm talking about the soul of the bee, the first bee, the bee that wanted to be, huh? Oh, well, I have got a tale for you. A tale from Baba Yaga's perspective, huh? Not many of them out there. Because, you know, Baba don't write many stories. Most stories being written about the Baba Yaga. But for you, I will make an exception and reveal some of my lore, huh? So, I am very proud to present the tale of Baba Yaga and the golden bees. Baba Yaga and the golden bees. Once, long ago, when the bright lands were new and shiny, and the smell of Russian spirit was just a faint tickle in my nostrils, I lived in my chicken hut, Petyr, with my 2 sisters. We made our home in an open field on the shores of the sea. I was younger then. My whiskers only came down to my chin. And instead of filling a whole house, we each only took up one room. Our noses to the ceiling, feet to the door, and teeth on the windowsill.
Petyr turned like a top, and all was well with the wide world. Now, one of these days, we went down to the water to speak with the fish folk, and Baba Yaga got too close to the shore. There was a jealous Rusalka that lived in those waters that had taken a disliking to her, and as Yaga's nose dipped down lower and lower, that scaly hussy blew her milky breath right into her left nostril, leaving her spluttering and cursing and generally unpleasant for the rest of the evening. Later that night, the whole house shuddered. It trembled and shook and moaned. Petyr clucked and shuffled, and his spinning stopped as Baba Yaga started to send up a resounding snore. Her teeth shook the windowsill. Her feet cracked the door, and her nose blew a hole straight through Petyr's fine roof. Like any self-respecting cock, he was having none of it, and promptly ejected all of us out into the cold, dark night. In the light of the morning, we could see that Baba Yaga was in quite a fix. Her nose, of stately proportions before, was now swollen to the size of a Lyukoveshnaya glava, oozing green and yellow like a river. My sister and I tried poultices, herbs, beatings, pinchings, 1 cat, 5 cats, and even a tickle from Petyr's tail feathers. But to no avail. Her nose was stubbornly staying the way it was, and that was that. Another night out in the cold, lit only by the glow of our fiery skulls to cheer us. We talked late into the night, we three, and decided that by hook or by crook, we must find a way to fix Baba Yaga's nose, or we'd never have a good night of sleep again. Come down. Baba Yaga stood at the side of the road leading to who knows where, waiting, like a speck of dust, turning into a fly, turning into a moth, turning into a mourning dove. A white rider hurtled toward her with a whip and a crack. Speaking through her wet mouth, she called, "Hey, Toe, withered so fast. Your horse is so thirsty and mustn't go lame." He cantered to a halt and eyed her up and down, taking note of the protuberance balanced atop her face.
"Your health, grandmother,"
he sighed.
"but I cannot stop. My brother rides fast and will soon catch me up."
If you tell me the answer to one simple question, I will offer you my hospitality. Within my stable, time has no sovereignty, and you will be well on your way, rested and off before your brother can blink one time. You have my word.
He paused, considering her.
"What is your question, old one? Speak fast, and if I know what you seek, I will answer."
Where can I find a cure for any illness in this bright land?
"Ah,
He cried.
I know the place! On the tallest mountain in the thrice 10th kingdom, there contains such a wonder."
But, try as she might, he would say no more. Gnashing her teeth, she led him to the stable, as she promised. Baba Yaga, my second sister, waited by the road next. Hours passed when, like a speck of dust, turning into a fly, turning into a moth, turning into a jaybird, a Red Rider hurtled toward her with a whip and a crack. Shouting with ill humor, she cried,
Hey, ho, whither so fast? Your horseshoes are cracking, and he mustn't go lame.
Once again, the rider halted, red cheeks flushed with ire.
Babushka, you call out my faults but offer no solution. I must ride for the edge of the world before my brother catches me up.
Craftily, Baba Yaga offered hospitality in exchange for the answer to her question. And once again, the rider agreed to the bargain if it was in his power.
Red Rider, what is the cure for all illness that resides in the thrice 10th kingdom on the tallest mountain?
The question seemed to cause him great anger. He cried and pulled his beard and grated his teeth. Yet honor compelled him to answer.
The cure you seek is called Mied. That is all, and I will speak no more.
Try as she might, she could not pry another word out of him, and reluctantly led him to the stable where his younger brother had once rested. Now, it was my turn to wait. Hours passed until, like a speck of dust, turning into a fly, turning into a moth, turning into a bat, a black rider hurtled toward me with a whip and a crack. Hey, ho, whither so fast? Your uzdeshka is broken, and your horse will go lame. Now, this rider was the largest and the oldest of all of them. His beard was as black as coal, and his eyes were stars. But his voice was soft and deep, and he spoke with respect.
Thank you for your concern, old one, but I must ride swiftly if I'm to outpace my brother right behind me.
I know how it feels. I have two sisters of my own, I agreed. Sometimes we must make sacrifices if we are to have any space at all. But if you would answer one small question I have, I will offer you rest and hospitality in my stable. Time will not catch you, and my servants will look after your stallion. All for one small favor to an old woman. Unlike his hasty brothers, he took his time considering. I almost thought he would not answer at all, but at last...
Will this question cause harm to me or mine, now or in the future?
No physical harm will come to you or yours, I quickly reassured him.
Agreed then. What do you wish to know, Babushka?
In whose hand lies the Mied that is found on the tallest mountain in the thrice 10th kingdom? Oh, his eyes burned with fire, and his breath smelled like lightning when he answered.
Who have you been speaking to, troublemaker?
Your brother, the Red Rider, and your brother, the White Rider. I must have this Mied to cure my sister. You promised, you know. At this, his eyebrows lowered, but he nodded his head.
I did. But this answer is worth more than a single rest in your stable. You must promise your hospitality for my brothers and I whenever we wish, and this can never be forsworn, nor can we brothers ever meet or this bright world will be consumed. We are hungry and cannot stop ourselves from devouring each other. Do you agree?
I thought about an eternity of sitting outside my complaining chicken hut, resigned to hearing the constant snores and snuffles of Baba Yaga, and relented.
My brother, the Red Rider, took a wife not long ago. She is more precious to him than all the treasures in the world, and he has jealously hidden her away with her handmaids in a stepped palace on the edge of a meadow near the top of the mountain. She cannot venture beyond the sight of the castle, and it is impossible to climb the peak. If you choose, you must seek her when the sun is high. If he catches you near the mountain, your life is forfeit, for he will burn you to a crisp.
Solemnly I thanked him and led him to his rest. The dawn was breaking as I began my preparations to leave. Baba Yaga decided to stay and look after Baba Yaga, whose snoot was now beginning to host small bumps like little red mushrooms.
Come back with the cure, or don't come back at all.
She groused.
At this rate, her schnozzle will burst, and then we'll all wash into the ocean and drown.
My mortar beneath me, pestle and broom in hand, I balanced my bony legs and hissed. Once, twice, thrice, I said a word and was off, shooting through the air like a shuttlecock. The many-colored lens spread beneath me like a tapestry as I approached the thrice 10th kingdom. The sun grew high as a tall mountain loomed before me. Eagles and hawks circled low, unable to climb so high as the tallest peak reached. Pushing through clouds and air as thin as stone soup, I finally came upon the meadow, bathed in sunlight and filled with flowers of rainbow hues. It was surrounded by tall trees full of ripening fruit. As I landed, a large group of golden-haired women rushed out of their palace to greet me, each lovelier than the last. Finally, the most beautiful of all, with a brow that shone like moonlight and like sunlight all together, grasped my hands kindly.
Greetings, babushka. What brings you to this remote palace? We have never had a visitor before, and our hospitality is yours.
Taking me to their kitchen, they sat me down and served a hearty meal of one of everything, while her maidens danced and sang. Daughter, I am in desperate need of the mead from your household. My sister is ill, and your elixir is the only thing that will save her from an eternity of misery. Secretly, she smiled at me and waved her maids away. Leaning close, she whispered,
Will you do me one favor, if I give you what you ask?
Good deeds don't come cheap these days. What is it you wish?
Save me from the Red Rider. He took me away from my own dear lands, and the young Tsar I recently married, my one true love, will die from heartbreak if I do not return. Hide in my closet, and when he arrives at sunset, you can speak a word and kill him dead.
That I cannot do. I've promised the brothers that no harm will come to any of them. But if you give me what I seek, I will see what I can do. She called in her maids, and I watched as they prepared the mead, gathering nectar from 100 flowers with their porcelain hands. Their conversations buzzed and murmured as they made their preparations. finishing their work, Red Rider's wife brought me a small vial of the thick golden mead. Holding it out of my reach, she cried,
And now for my payment. What will you do, Baba?
I know a way that you and your maids can escape this meadow and make your way home. But if you do not find your lover in 3 months, you will be forced to travel the land forever, searching for the sweetness of love. Do you want to take that chance? Placing the bottle in my hand, she firmly said,
I do.
Taking 1 drop of mead for every maiden, I placed the thick honey on their lips, and as they danced, I said a prayer, then spoke a word. Up from the stepped palace flew the first swarm of golden bees, streaming across the meadow and down the mountain, fading like a warm summer haze in the distance. As I flew away from the thrice 10th kingdom into the setting sun, I heard a mighty roar. I didn't look back. Now, did Baba Yaga return to normal? Well, it depends on the angle that you look at her nose, but I wouldn't mention it if I were you. Red Rider still won't talk to me all these long years since. On hot days, when the wind is whispering and the flowers full and inviting, you can still hear the maidens buzzing at their work, always searching for the sweetness of love, and quick to defend their treasures. Quick to die, too. But that is what an impetuous heart gets you, they say. In their mead, you can taste the sweetness of a first love, as well as the sun's gentle warmth. And every spring, the queen will roam, searching for the lovesick czar, unable to rest until she reaches her own land. Now the story is told, and the word is like a sparrow. Once out, it is out for good. May its song reach many ears.
Ah, yes. Oh, such a sad woman, that little Zarina, huh? Oh, her heart was all spoken for, and she was willing to risk it all. Oh, dear. Didn't really work out for her in the way that she thought it would, though, huh? But maybe it's all for the best. Now, She has hundreds and thousands of daughters, and we have their beautiful, sweet, tasty, golden elixir. Last forever, and helps with the allergies, or so I'm told. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, Miela means honey. Well, that is very special. You know, my friend Melissa, her name means honeybee. Very appropriate story to start things off. In this time of solitude, I wonder, what are you pollinating, huh? What ideas, what things? And maybe it is just that you are nurturing your sense of rest and well-being. That is also okay, huh? We must leave space for the mind to have space, huh? Is very important, very important. Thanks to my friend who suggested I use a straw, reusable, eh? Don't have to keep lifting up my sagging jowls in order to drink. Petyr, why didn't you think of that, huh? Well, you know, Petyr, he can't think of everything, yes? So, oh, well, we had some questions while the story was playing, yes? Eva wants to know, what is my favorite snack? Oh, well, I have many, but I have to say, my most favoriteest snack? Naughty little boys, huh? And you can be a naughty little boy and still be a big boy, too. It's, you know, the naughtiness, it's like ripened fruit. I mean, I will eat someone that's not naughty, but, it's not as piquant, you know. Does not dance upon the tongue like naughtiness does. Ah, yes. Let's see, what else? Who else has a question? Mick asks, what are the stars and do they taste good? Well, physically, stars are big, giant, burning balls of gas in the universe, huh? And I would say not as appetizing, but, you know, the soul of a star is very tasty. Now, sometimes little bits of that fall down to the earth, huh? Then you and luck, that is another one of my favorite snacks. Yes, and Sarah Saltwick also asked, how do we make friends with the unknown? Very deep question, my friend, very deep question. First off, I would have to say, to examine why you want to make friends with the unknown in the first place, huh? Is it because you have a curious mind? In which case, you know, is very good for you. It's like you want to be the fool and go on the fool's journey. Well then, yes, you want to be making many friends with the unknown, huh? But, you know, your personality, if you're not so much that kind of person, what's in it for you, Why do you want to be friends with the unknown? So, first you got to answer that for yourself, and it's gonna be different answer for everybody. Now, second, how do you do it? The unknown is a mystery, isn't it? Might hurt you, might burn you if you touch it, or bite your hand. Oh, but sometimes it might be the most delightful, warm, precious little creature that you never would have known unless you tried, huh? So, you know, you got to use your discernment. Check it out. Make sure what you're getting into. Observations, yes? If you're feeling confident, well then, jump right into the unknown, huh? Sometimes you just got to learn to swim by jumping in the water. But if you see other people skirting around that unknown thing, well, then you better be asking yourself why, huh? Perhaps it is a lion in lamb's clothing, eh? Yeah, and even then, nothing wrong with being a lion, but you better be prepared to catch that kitty by the tail and not let go. I should know. I'm like a cat myself, huh? Oh, Heather wants to know, how do you make love last, dear Baba? Oh, my sweetheart. Well, I would say that you have to feed love in order for it to make it grow, huh? You got to give into it. In order to get things out of it, and you know this very well. But even then, sometimes if you grow the garden, some things still might die. It's nature, eh? And you cannot fight nature. So, do not be sad if one of the things in your garden dies. Mourn it, and then you got to plant new things, huh? And you know, you don't want to put all of your eggs in one plant, huh? To mix my metaphors up. You got to plant a little bit of things all over the place, huh? Maybe you got a rose bush over there, and maybe you got a nice patch of radishes over there. Surely one of those things gonna survive. Roses like the very acidic soil. They're pretty hardy, kinda like a weed, you know, but very, very pretty. Now, Mark asked, where did you meet Petyr? That, sir, is a very good story. It's also a very long story, so maybe I answer that one in the next time we meet, huh? Make it all pretty and nice, because I think that is definitely a story worth telling. Thank you, sir, for asking that question, yes? Huh? What advice would you give to a girl who just turned 11? Oh, 11 is a very special age. You know, 1 and 1 together, next to each other. Magical number, yes. You are on the cusp between child and woman. Is a time to be appreciated and celebrated. Relish it. Discoveries are going to happen to you every day. You should take your time and take advantage of all that the world is going to present to you, huh? Don't listen to people who might give you trouble, huh? For just being yourself or for doing the things the way you want to do them, huh? This is your time to figure yourself out. Discover what you like, where you're gonna go with your life, huh? And just know that it doesn't matter. You can try and experiment many things, huh? You don't have to stick a pin in it and be that way forever. No! You're like a very young plant. You're getting ready to grow and blossom, eh? You got to, send your shoots out all over the place. Lift your arms up to the sun and grow, my dear. That is what this time of life is for. Okay. Oh, bye, Lisa. Love you, baby. Yes, bye-bye. So, yeah, that was a very good story about the honeybees, huh? Let's check in and see what Karen thought about it, huh? Karen, oh, look at Karen. She gone and dug herself a little hole in the dirt, literally sticking her head in the sand. Oh, just like a Karen, huh? But she looked pretty happy. You see her little pedipalps wiggling around, you know. Maybe there is something nice to being a beetle. It's a very simple life, you know. Maybe that's all she really wanted. Maybe she was tired of being soccer mom or whatever, you know, making the kids go around and round. Oh, who's got time for that? Well, my dears, I said that we were going to be making puppets tonight. And that is what we are going to be doing right now. So, I wonder, do you have your puppet making supplies? Gonna need some fabric, either enough to cut out and make a little puppet, or enough to make into a little bag you can just tie shut, huh? You can also use ziploc bag if you're not crafty. No judgments here, huh? No judgments here. So, this is what I got. Oh, hey. This, let's see. Let's get a close-up here. I'm gonna help you out so you can see a little better, huh? Alright. This kinda what we shooting for, huh? Little puppet man. There you go. Can you see him alright? He got a little head. He got a little feet. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. I worked on this one earlier, but I'm gonna do one with you right now, huh? Oh, you could also use hot glue if you're not into the sewing. You could just glue the little edges together, huh? Okay, so you also want maybe a marker, huh? Because you might want to draw out little man, huh? That's what I did here. You see, I kind of like had cinched in his waist. Well, maybe you don't want to do that because it's going to be harder later on when you go to turn him inside out and stuff him, huh? Just give him flat waist. And you see, I also pinned the edges of the fabric together. That way when I cut, it's not all like flipping all around and stuff, huh? So, we're making these puppets so that we can put our intentions into them, huh? This is not no voodoo magic, huh? These are non-denominational puppets, huh? It's like putting your intentions of something in there that you can meditate around, huh? What kind of intentions are you looking for, my dears? What do you need in your lives right now, huh? Oh, I'm about to be cutting this right into my teeth. Nobody wants a soggy puppet, huh? Okay, continuing to cut. What do you want your intentions to be? We all find ourselves in extraordinary circumstances, huh? To the point where I get tired of hearing extraordinary circumstances. Yeah, I know they're so extraordinary. We get it, okay, world? Maybe the earth has just given us this time to realize how important the natural world is around us, huh? Oh, maybe you need it a little more down. Hey, is that better? Oh, yeah, now you can see. Okay. Yeah, no fancy camera angles, right? I wanted to be sure that you could see. It's also why I do my puppet on white fabric. White is not my color, my dears. Not really, but for you, I do it. Alright, so, there. We got all this leftover fabric, right? You want to save that because that's what we're gonna stuff it with, huh? In fact, earlier when I was cutting one out, I cut little pieces of that fabric so I could save it and stuff it, huh? Not gonna do that right this second. Okay. So, here we are. We got a little man, huh? Okay. We're gonna do a little stitch here. Start it off. We're gonna leave his neck and the top of his arm. Oh, let's see a good angle here. Yeah. The neck and the top of the arm. We're gonna leave that open because that's what we're gonna stuff, huh? Okay. So we pull a stitch through and I just pull the needle through the loop of the thread to lock it in, huh? Then I just run a simple basting stitch, and if you don't know what that is, well, you just push the needle through like that. Huh? Now don't make the stitches too far apart, huh? Because when you seal them up, all your good intentions gonna leak out. And if that is not a symbol for what 2020 has turned out to be, I don't know what is. All our good intentions maybe have leaked out of this year, but we're gonna put some of them back into this puppet, eh? That's right. I like this stitch It's not very secure, but it don't need to be too secure. It's just for us, right? But it's fast. It's zippy. You doing okay out there, my dears? Hope so. Here we are stitching or hot gluing or whatever. Maybe you're just sitting there with a little piece of fabric waiting to make it into a bag and you're like, hurry up, Baba. Stitch it up already, okay? Okay. So, I've shown you what I'm doing, yes? I'm gonna grab the mostly made one so that I can move on. But you all out there, you just keep stitching if you're stitching and watch what the next step is, huh? Okay. Here we go. Putting that needle right in there so I don't lose it. Okay. So, here I have little man stuffing his little body with a little bit more stuffing, huh? But you know what? I gotta leave room right in the chest, because that is where I'm putting things, huh? And you see this little body. After I stitched him, I turned him inside out. That's right. But you don't have to do that. It's kind of a pain, huh? It's best if you take a little needle too and just kind of help pull it out. But sometimes you can pull your stitches out. So be careful, huh? Be careful if you're doing that. You don't want to rip off the arm or the leg of the little man, huh? So, I got him there. Let's talk a little bit about what we put into him, eh? I like stones and things. Here's a pretty stone. Oh, it's hard to see. There we go. I gathered this stone when I was a little girl myself. Oh, it was a long time ago, but it means something to me. So, here we go. This, for me, represents the earth, huh? And my appreciation of the earth. And that is something I want to meditate on. So, I put it right in his little body, right there. Oh, gonna stick it down, kind of in his gut. That's where it belongs. To me. Okay. What else I got? Okay. I got a little citrine heart, huh? That is to remember that we're all carrying the warmth of the sun in our hearts, huh? We got to spread that warmth around and give it to those that deserve it, yes? So, that's important to me. You know, I do eat the people, but I also care about the people. Sometimes you just got to, thin the herd out a little bit. Get rid of the bad eggs. And lucky for you, I like the taste of bad eggs. So, anyway, the warmth of the heart goes where his little heart is. In the left side of his chest. Oh, delightful. What else I got? Oh. I have... oh, I don't know if you can see. Oh, there you go. Little rubber ducky is so tiny. Dual purpose, huh? Remind me to shower occasionally. It's sometimes hard to do when you're stuck at home all the time, huh? But also, this remind me not to take life too seriously. We got to laugh and have fun a little bit. And what is more fun than teeny tiny rubber ducky? Ah, yes. That goes in his right arm side, I think. And, yeah, one last thing. Something important to me. Golden bee. That's right. Remember that life is sweet. And you have to fight sometimes for the things that are important for you. Fight for the good of the hive. Yes. This life is hard, and we have to work together if we are to make anything good. So, the bee is very good at working together. Also very good at dancing. Something I wish I were better at, huh? That's okay. Maybe this little bee helped me out, huh? Okay, so, here we go. Time to seal up, little man. Now, as you're sealing him up, I like to like fold the little edges in, huh? Give him a nice edge right there. And then we're just going to stick the needle through. Stitch it up nice and neat. That's right. And as you're stitching, perhaps you want to be meditating a little bit about what you put in here, huh? And also maybe thinking about what you didn't put in there, huh? Bet none of you put in there, gosh, I wish I were a better worker right now. Wish I could go to the office and work even harder. You know, things like that. Put it into perspective. Now, some of us really want to be getting back to our jobs and making money. Oh, I understand that only too well. But, you know, life is also not all about work. Oh, sometimes it's about being in the moment with the people you love. Making a little poppet, huh? Yes. Oh, you know what I want to do too? I want to stuff his little arm a bit. Oh, yeah. There you go. Stuffy, stuffy. We don't want no chicken arms, huh? Chicken arms good to eat, not good for poppet to have. Got to beef you up, little man. Got to send you to the puppet gym. Okay, here we go. Ooh, he getting sewed up now. I don't think any of his good intentions are going to be leaking out. Stitched him pretty nice. So, what are y'all putting into your poppets, huh? And you don't have to tell me. You could keep it a secret. Maybe it's personal what you put in there, huh? But maybe it's fun, like rubber ducky. And you want to talk about it. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I'm making old woman noises. It's what happens when you're old woman. Got to let those noises out, better out than in, huh? And I was smart. Oh, I have several needles ready to go. Just steal him up. Yes, yes. Here we go. Oh, yeah. His arm is a mighty arm. He's like a little puppet Viking. Hey, ho. Okay. Oh. Hate it when I do that. I got a little string stuck around his arm. Oh, get over there, you. Don't misbehave, Poppet. It's too soon for that. We're in the honeymoon period, you and I. We still love each other. You know, Vasilisa and her mom, they had it right, yeah? Her mom died, she left her little Poppet. Little Poppet do all the work for her, huh? So what do you say, little Poppet man? Gonna get up in the morning and feed all the chickens? That'd be something, huh? Maybe gonna get up in the morning and cook me breakfast. Ha ha ha! Might marry you then. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I do love to make things, eh? How do you feel about it? There's such a thing called stitching, bitch, eh? Is that appealing to you? This is going right along, almost done. I think his arm is going to be the best sewn thing of the whole puppet. Yes, indeed. Okay. Here we go. Last stitch. Oh, going to be a bitch. Okay. Then we seal it up. Yeah, that's right. I like to take my little needle, pull it a couple times through the loop. Hup, there we go. Oh, what? Oh. Then we cut it. And then we done. We got a little puppet man. Isn't he cute? He's gonna dance for you. He gonna dance for you. Ah, yes. Very nice, very nice. So, here's our little puppet. What do you think, my dears? Does that make you happy? It makes me happy. Knowing that I have something here that has meaning for me, that I can focus on, give a little intention to. That's right. Miela put in a little dancer toy, a poker chip, a piece of her headphone extension, and a tiny piece of colored paper. Oh my goodness! That sounds very magical, Miela! I love that, huh? Oh yes. So now that we have our little puppets, maybe we send him off into this world, or invite him into this world by making him dance a little, and by telling him that he is smart, and he is kind, or she, could be a she too, huh? Smart, kind, and thinks the best of the world around him, huh? That's something that we don't do a lot of, do we? At least I don't. I'm such a pessimist. I always see the worst first. But it's good to be like, hey, you! A lot of people just trying to get by just like you. Even Karen at the grocery store. But you know, some people are just Karen at the grocery store, and then they deserve to be a beetle. Yeah, well. So, my dears, do you have anything else that you might want to talk about or ask Baba before we say good night to each other? I'm willing to stay on for a while longer if there are things that you want to know that maybe you've been too shy to ask, huh? I could sit here and pose with my puppet all night long. And in fact, I'm kind of surprised that my familiar Maui hasn't already come through, meowing and meowing like she normally do. She's very silly like that. Yes. You know, the next puppet I might make, I got some other special things, huh? Very special, huh? Look at this. Some old coins. And then some of those things in there. Those are the seeds of the heart's delight. Is a flower that only grows where I grew up, huh? I should put some of those in my next puppet. This one was pretty full, huh? You know, you don't want to put too many things all at once. Because then it might be too much to meditate on. I mean, you can't do everything all at once, huh? Can't do everything all together. Maybe you have been having a nice cup of tea too while we've been talking. Eva asks, Baba, how do you keep the mystery alive in a relationship? Well, the secret is you never give it away in the first place, huh? Always be jumping out of the closet, yes? Sometimes you wake up, he don't know where you are. You're under the bed, boo! And, you know, he give you a call, and he like, where are you? And you're like, shh, don't talk so loud. They might hear you. You know, things like that. Oh, Chad says, may the black sun shine upon you, or we're coming from the dark Lord. That's pretty big compliment, you know, Chad. I always picture you as the Black Rider, huh? Yes, very good. But yes, back to the mysteries of the relationship. Hey, definitely don't poop in front of each other. No, pooping in front of each other out of the question. In fact, maybe don't even pee either. No, maybe he doesn't even know, or she doesn't even know, or they don't even know that you have bowel movements at all. It's like it never happened. Yeah. Hope that helps, Eva. Oh my goodness. This has been such a good time with you all. You're my very best friends right now, yeah? I've invited you into my house, had a cup of tea with you, got told I should use reusable straw, and then did it, eh? Reusable straw with pretty cup. I love this. Look at this cup. Is it not a glorious cup? Oh, yeah, it's so good. Well, my dears, I think it's time for me and Petyr to say goodbye and good night to you all. You have been such a good audience, and I wish you all the best. And I will see you again soon, yes? Yes, very soon. I will be inviting you back to Baba's house. Blessings on all of you. May your gardens grow green and verdant, both in this life and in your hearts and souls, huh? May we all reap what we sow in the very best of ways. Yes, definitely. My blessings to you. Good night, my little chickadees, and I will see you soon.